If you're watching this video, it's likely you want to do some good in this world. And if that's the case, then we have got a concept for you. Plastic bags, disposable coffee cups and used nappies are in the almost 16,000 tonnes of rubbish put out in recycling bins that have to be diverted to landfill. Along with the rest of the world, New Zealand has an addiction to coffee. This results in hundreds of tonnes of disposable coffee cups being sent to landfill every day. New Zealand is ranked the 13th highest consumer of coffee in the world, higher than the USA and Australia. We drink on average 2.5 cups per week. Can you imagine how many coffee cups go into the bin each day? More to the point, can you imagine what all of those cups are doing to the environment and to the future of your country? We want to do something about this issue, but we need your help. The aim of our initiative is to remove disposable cups from the equation and replace them with reusable travel mugs. Our Traveller Cup initiative will partner with socially conscious cafes that have grown tired of contributing to the problem. For a small fee, we will supply cafes across AUT North and City campuses with enough travel mugs to cover a day's worth of takeaway cups. The idea is to enter into a partnership with cafes that want to make a difference, but don't necessarily have the resources to do so. Our concept is based around a free on-loan scheme, where we give a large number of travel cups to cafes across the North and City campuses. The aim is to encourage customers to use the travel mugs instead of recyclable cups. After they have finished, they either return the cup to the cafe straight away, where we have a receptacle, or they can reuse the cup themselves. In each cafe, we will place a large container for customers to drop off their returned mugs. Once full, we will take the container away and replace it with an empty one. Finally, we will wash the used mugs and return them to the cafe the next day. In the first instance, this is a win for the environment. There's less waste going into landfill, and as a result, there will also be less greenhouse gas emissions created by the coffee cups that are decomposing at landfill. Second, this is a win for participating cafes, who will benefit in several ways. Overheads and administration hours will be decreased because cafes no longer have to spend the time or the money ordering in single-use takeaway cups. Participating cafes will also attract a newfound client base. Intelligent people, like you, who are aware that sustainable practices are important for our future. Finally, but most importantly, our end consumers will also benefit from our Traveller Cups. Our initiative will generate a positive, feel-good energy because it gives consumers the opportunity to create positive change and minimise harm to the environment in a way that can also be convenient. They also gain the added bonus of having easy access to free travel mugs. Ultimately, it's you who will enable us to remove takeaway cups from the waste stream. Not only are you integral to the startup, but we will also need your ongoing support in the form of actively choosing Traveller Cup the next time you make a purchase. The Traveller Cup initiative will take place at AUT's North and City campuses, where 8 participating cafes will pay us a small fee to displace their takeaway coffee cups. Instead of giving you a paper cup, they will give you a reusable Traveller Cup for you to take away and return. Once you've finished with your cup, just put it in one of our receptacles, or you can hold on to it. You can return the Traveller Cup the next time you visit a cafe and get a cheeky little discount on your next drink. Now, it's time we talked about the cost. Our first year operating costs equate to $76,000. We want to be both environmentally and financially sustainable, therefore our initiative will generate income during that first year in the following way. As previously mentioned, participating cafes will be asked to pay a maintenance fee of $250 a week for our services. This will cover our operating costs for the first year. Our university calendar is made up of 40 weeks, and at this rate, we will break even on the 39th week. Now, this is where we'll really need your help. Initially, we needed $105,000 for our fixed costs, but thanks to the Auckland Council Zero Waste Initiative funding us $5,000, we now require $100,000. If 5,000 people donated as little as $20, we would have a solid foundation to get our organisation up and running, as we'd have enough to cover our fixed costs. $20 each would see us fully funded for a year, without having to rely on advertising. This being said, we have the opportunity to create additional profits via advertising revenue. Each mug creates an opportunity for like-minded organisations to align themselves with our brand. we can rent out the space on our labels to third parties who will print their logo and message on our mug. If we charge 86 cents per student head in AUT and allow up to 4 sections per label, advertising could generate up to $100,000 of revenue for our organisation. By funding our initiative, you will be helping us to go from this to this. And here is what we will leave you with.
Everywhere, fruits are herrings.